So I guess they say trouble comes in threes. I've got a longtime client, had knee trouble. We've been able to put this off for years. However, having a knee replacement on Thursday, so tomorrow. I have another client, same thing. We've prolonged the life in her shoulder for 5, 6, 7 years. I'm not sure how long it's been since we've been training. I'd have to look it up. However, she's having a shoulder replacement next month. And then finally I have a third client who's getting her knee replaced towards the end of this year. And on top of all of that, July 4th, I actually had a micro fracture my right ankle and sprained it, had like a pretty severe sprain, stepped off in a dog hole. Anyway, in all these situations, I said that, yeah, we need to train around it. We need to train what we can. And there's a few reasons. They did studies where they had folks that had broken their arm or leg, but they had a limb in a cast, and they had them go ahead and keep exercising the other limb throughout the duration until they could take that limb out of the cast. After the study, they compared to see how much that muscle atrophy, reduce its size, lose its tonus compared to people who had a limb in a cast and then just did nothing and waited to get to the gym after the cast came off. While the muscle did atrophy some, it did get smaller. It did not get nearly as small as the folks who did nothing. So the moral there is that if you're working other limbs in your body that aren't broken or don't need to be replaced, you can still produce plenty of hormones and plenty of toning effects on that injured arm so that it doesn't end up as bad as it would be if you opted to do nothing. Furthermore, on the whole wait until it gets better and rest is there's always something. If it's not an injury, it's this, it's that. So if you got it in your mind that I should be going, you need to go ahead and take action on that versus waiting till this or waiting till that. Or if you've been going to the gym in my case and I hurt my ankle, I don't want to follow that habit. I missed like 4 or 5 days there because my ankle got to like 3 times the size and I was on crutches and could barely walk. And I couldn't even walk, I was on crutches. And even that made it really difficult for me to get back into my normal routine. And, I've been lifting weights for 16 years, maybe 17, a long time. And, been doing it that long and even I started like, man, this is hard to get back into. So yeah, go ahead and work out what you can. Now that doesn't mean try to fix it. That's not really your job. That's where the therapist comes in, or that's not really my job. That's where a therapist comes in. That's where a doctor comes in. I'm going to do anything they tell me to do. So we just want to train around it and train what we can. That's it. If you like my help when you're ready, just shoot me a message. If you live near my studio here in Austin, you can stop in. We'll do a one-on-one consultation, take you through a strategy session, make sure that you got a complete plan for where you're at and where you want to go, even if that means working around certain injuries. And if you don't live in Austin, we can still do a strategy session on the phone, figure out where you're at now, if you have any injuries, what we need to do, what the next steps are, and develop a plan for another 30 days based off that information. All right, y'all, I'll be back tomorrow. Take care.